I brought out Kevin. So let's talk about it. Ask yourself this question today. Why are you so busy worrying about what others think of you? I've said it before and I'll say it again. What other people think of you is none of your business. It's not. Because it doesn't matter, because what you think of you is what's most important. You're a good person. You work hard. You're a survivor for a lot of you. You believe that there are good people in the world. In fact, you know it. But why do you need that validation from others? And why aren't you giving it to yourself? Do you have problems accepting compliments? I know I do. And why? For me, it's because oftentimes I don't feel they're warranted. And why is that? Well, because a lot of the times when people would give me compliments, they were fake. And I had to learn to use my intuition to know whether or not what they were saying was real. That's something I'm working on. See? Never stops. The outside validation that you're looking for from others, you don't need it. It's great to get a compliment. And it's nice when people see your hard work and see how kind you are and see how sweet you are. And some of you guys on here have given me some of the most beautiful compliments, and it's melted my heart. And at times, really, it's brought tears to my eyes. It's been so sweet. But I'm not on here looking for validation. I'm on here to share some of my experiences and how I've moved past some things, because if it helps one person, it's all worth it. But it takes time. It takes time to heal and to grow and to learn. And it takes time to accept yourself and to not worry about what others think around you. Is it disappointing when maybe you were hoping that that friendship would last forever and it didn't? Of course it is. Is it upsetting when maybe you like somebody and they don't like you back? Of course it is. But at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't like you, it's their loss. It's not yours. Divine protection, right? Knowing that there's other people out there that are going to see those beautiful imperfections as perfect. I'm all about lists and journaling, and I probably have like 6 journals on the go at any given time. And I write down my feelings. And you need to do this too, because it does help. But the trick with journaling, when you're just writing down your feelings, is not to think about it. Pen to paper. Let the pen do the work. Whatever thoughts come out, write them down. Don't think about it. It doesn't have to make sense at the time, and it won't. At one point, when I was going through everything I was going through a journal a week. I kid you not. I would be up all night long. And I would just be writing things down. And the next thing you know, I'd have to go out and get a new book. And I'd have to start again. And my one journal I would put aside. I would go back through about a week later and read it. And then some things would make sense. And I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about my feelings, and I learned a lot about my past. And I also learned that a lot of those things didn't define me anymore. I was being judged for them by many people, but they didn't define me. And I also learned, and this is something that was very therapeutic for me, is that not everything was my fault. I was blaming myself for things that weren't my fault because I was manipulated, I was gaslit. And once I started understanding that, yeah, I played a part in things and I wasn't perfect, but it wasn't my fault. And I stopped looking for validation in those people, which is what you need to start doing. The lesson comes from understanding that not everybody that comes into your life is going to like you, and that you don't have to care. That is your power. And what's more powerful than that is when you don't react to it. Because you don't need to. If they don't like you, move on. Somebody else out there will. They don't see your value, sayonara. They don't have to. The right people at the right time are going to come into your life, and they're going to make such an impact in the most possible, okay, so words are still an issue, in the most amazing ways. Wasn't the word I was trying to get at. It's just not going to come out. But it's going to happen. And once you start, it's, pretty close to summertime here. Once you start weeding out your garden, beautiful things will grow. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It can't. For some, it takes longer than others. And for some, you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. And you're going to feel frustrated. And just remember something when that happens. Those 5 steps back, before they happened, you took 2 steps forward. And that is something to be proud of. Always believe that things happen in your life for a reason, and that you're in the right place at the right time. Even if it doesn't feel like it. You're stronger than you think you are. And you've proven that over and over and over again. Be proud of that. Your success story is your own. The right people will be happy for that, and they'll encourage that. And they'll love those little quirky things about you that maybe to you don't make sense. And the right people, they'll encourage the quirkiness. Know your value first. Trust your intuition. Believe that you deserve great things, because you do. And just be amazing.